So I did a new thing in February, but I am such a slacker that I have just gotten around now to making a video about it. Hello Internet! So every month I'm going to try something new. January was going to be something outdoors, but because of the significant amount of rain that we got in Southern California, that completely destroyed that idea. Hopefully I will do that later this year. February, I wanted to do an obstacle race. So after about 5 minutes of research, I registered for the Epic Race in San Diego, California. That lack of research will come back to bite me in the ass. We'll get to that later. So instead of sleeping in on a Saturday, which I am a big fan of, I woke up, packed up the family and video gear, and drove down to Qualcomm Stadium for a roughly 1.5 mile obstacle course. After a small problem with their generator, which delayed the start for about an hour, the race folks got everything up and running, and the heat started. The way this race works is there are 25 obstacles to overcome. Some strength-based, some endurance-based. All of the obstacles have level from green to black, with green being the easiest, blue being intermediate, and black which is the most difficult. The elite athletes who are competing for ranking go first, and all the men have to complete the black obstacles, the women the blue. I did not realize how ridiculous some of these obstacles are, and how ridiculously fit people that would be competing were. I mean, just look at this guy. Damn! Armed with my home video camera, my GoPro session, and my trusty Deadpool workout shirt, I readied myself for an exercise and humiliation. I lined up at the start line behind a group that actually made shirts for the event. Hashtag cash me outside. And girded my loins. So let's break down the whole race, shall we? Obstacle 1 was a lap around the course with a flag. Kinda nice warm-up, followed by Obstacle 2, which was a tri-wall. Due to my height, I was able to go up the black wall and was feeling pretty good about myself. And then came Obstacle 3, the Atlas Stones. I have never tried these before and thought, well, so far the black obstacles are good, so let's try this, which I did once. After that, it was down to the blue stone, which, if I read correctly, was 65 pounds. And I had to lift it 10 times. Obstacle 4 was box jump burpees. Due to the recent rain, they were modified to step-up burpees, which was probably good for me since the last time I did burpees was 3 months ago, and only about 15 of them. It was about this time I was realizing that this was not your normal obstacle course. This was a more of, here's what CrossFitters do for fun on a Saturday type of deal, and I was like the nerd who showed up to high school football tryouts with no idea the pain I was going to put myself through. Do your research, kids. So after 15 burpees, Obstacle 5 was a ladder wall climb. Awesome, easy to do, despite the fact I almost lost my balance at the top and toppled down. Obstacle 6 was over-unders. 10 of those were required, but after about 3 I was already over that obstacle. Anyway, Obstacle 7 was the balance beam. I owned this one. Graceful like an eagle in flight for about 10 seconds. Obstacle 8 was a slosh pipe, where you take a large pipe filled with water and carry it around the race course. This was actually easier once you started running, due to the fact that the water inside stopped sloshing from side to side and stayed relatively level based on your bouncing in a run. Physics! Obstacle 9 was squats while holding a small pipe overhead. Luckily, even the black pipe was pretty light, so this wasn't much of a problem. Obstacle 10 was Russian twists, which I had done before, thank you P90X, only these required a weighted ball. Boo. After that, Obstacle 11 was another ladder wall climb, once again including the possibility of me losing complete control of my muscles while trying to climb down. Followed by Obstacle 12, the inverted wall climb. I'm lucky being a 6-foot-tall guy because most of these wall climbs were pretty easy if I just stretched out to reach for the top. Then we came to Obstacle 13, the bouncy house course. Technically it's called the inflatable course, but come on, it's a bouncy house. And it was not working due to the aforementioned generator problems. The one part of the course that just looked like so much fun, and it was a big fat nope. Man, I was really looking forward to that one. But I digress. Due to the bouncy house being closed, the next obstacle was Obstacle 13, and that was the rope climb. Oh man, the rope climb. Now I've seen American Ninja Warrior. I know what kind of strength goes into this, and I thought I had it. The thing that I didn't know about rope climbs is that if you slide back down, it really hurts. So I was able to climb up once, ring the bell, lost my GoPro on the way down, and climbed again, tried not to immediately crash to the ground and break my legs while descending. Seriously guys, my hands were throbbing. Note to self, gotta work on that grip strength. Then came planks. I'm pretty decent at planks, 45 to 60 seconds, I'm golden. The only thing is, I was directed to the black timers, which were not 60 seconds. No, they were 5 minutes. So after about 3 minutes of shifting and repositioning, along with just straight up collapsing, I said F it and moved on. Obstacle 14 was a sprint lap. 1 lap around the course, just running. Now, anybody that was under the delusion I could sprint at this point was smoking one of our newly legal substances in California, because that just wasn't going to happen. So after a leisurely stroll around the course, I moved on to Obstacle 15. Obstacle 15 was a keg lift. I don't think they were completely full, because the only time I'm willing to lift a full keg is when I need to put it on ice and then have a tap for drinking. But I was surprised how easy it was once I did what they recommended, and I just put my whole body weight behind it. Obstacle 16 was lumberjacks. Essentially, you lift a large metal bar and tip it over, then go to the other side and do it all over again until you reach 20. Again, I thought, sure, the black sounds good. And again, I tried it, went nope, and moved over to the blue. It was about this time that my GoPro ran out of memory, so I don't have too much video of the rest, so I'll go through them quick. After lumberjacks were wall squats, which I was able to hold for 3 minutes, then the farmer's carry. And once again, my eyes were bigger than my muscles. I grabbed the black water cans and had to stop about every 200 feet while trying to carry them around the course. After the farmer's carry, I did the archery challenge, which was actually really cool. I was able to hit the target 2 times out of 5 and moved on. Obstacle 19 was a tire drag, and that surprisingly moved pretty well on the asphalt. Then Atlas stones again, another inverted wall, then the tri-wall again, and burpees. I am really not a fan of burpees. Obstacle 24 was a big wall climb. Have I mentioned how much I love being a tall guy? I was able to jump up most of it. Felt like I was on the warped wall on American Ninja Warrior. After that, the final obstacle was a keg run around the course. I admit to not being the sharpest knife in the drawer, so it only took me 2 or 3 times over the course of the race to realize that I was not going to do this with the black keg. So after picking up my baby, as this loud, large man liked to put it, I went around the course for the last time, put my baby down, and crossed the finish line. In case you're wondering how I felt, here's the video.
So I'm very tired. That was a very long race. How long was it? I think it was close to 30 to 40 minutes. And that wasn't because of the distance, that was because of the lifting of lots of heavy objects over and over again. And so I'm gonna go rest now.
So that was me trying something new. Will I do it again? No, hell no. Well, unless they change the obstacles from lifting heavy objects to more, hey, run through this tunnel or go over these ramps. You know, less heavy lifting, more dog show obstacle course. But I'm glad I did it. And I may try something similar that's more up my alley and a little more fun, like the Spartan races or the Ragnarok races. I mean, Wall of Fire. How could you not run through that? But that was me, trying something new. Hopefully this gives you some motivation to do the same. I'm gonna keep trying this every month, but for now, this video has gone on way too long, and I'm gonna cut it short here. If you know what to do with these videos, everything's down below, or click the buttons that you wanna click, write the comments you wanna write, and have a great weekend. I will see you all, hopefully, on Tuesday. Cheers.